This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Welcome to this episode of Forge Daily. I'm your host, Mackenzie Barwell, coming to you July 29th, 2024. On Saturday, Forge FC matching up against the Halifax Wanderers for the superhero match night and securing the 3 points. So in today's episode, I'll go over some key moments from that match. You'll hear from Coach Bobby and Nana Ampomah at the post-match press conference, and then some words from defender Malik Owalabe Belewu. Now, Forge FC did have the day off today, so they'll be back into training tomorrow here at Tim Hortons Field, but I was able to catch Malik after his treatment. So let's get right into the episode, beginning with those brief match highlights. Looking at Forge FC's starting 11, there are a few players worth noting, beginning with Jassem Koleilat in net for Chris Kalongo, Malik Owalabe Belewu at left back with Daniel Parra's absence, and then over in that right attacking wing, number 7 position, Dav Schwanier after returning from injury, and it would be him to start the action in the first half. Just 15 minutes in, he sets up Kwasi Poku at the front post. Kwasi able to tap it in and put Forge FC on the scoreboard. Unsurprisingly, though, that would not be the last we saw from Kwasi. Just 13 minutes later, other side now, Nana Ampomah driving down all the way into the box. He draws a penalty for Kwasi Poku to capitalize. So those 2 goals allow Forge FC to go into the half up 2-0 and tie Kwasi Poku for the Golden Boot lead with 8 on the season. Mind you, he has months less played in this striker position relative to his competition. His first goal was just halfway through June. Fast forward now to the second half, still one more goal for Forge FC, and it would come in the 70th minute, all starting from Kyle Becker, who launches an impressive transitional ball across the field on the counterattack to find Dav Schwanier, who's running into space. He's able to get onto the end of it. I feel like I always say that, but it's true, he always does. Then he cuts it back and finds Nana Ampomah, who's waiting at the top of the box, unguarded. He perfectly places his shot, finding the back of the net. That would be his first on the season and third and final for Forge during this game. So let's now hear from Coach Bobby and Nana Ampomah after the game at that post-match press conference. They shared their initial thoughts after this result.
Yeah, you got to look at some games a little bit differently sometimes, and just look at the history over the last few games with Halifax, where we've dominated a lot of the play and the possession, and they've been able to hit us on the counterattack. So sometimes it's not a bad thing to flip the script and do that, and in many ways make the opponent feel comfortable, but really it's uncomfortable for them. So we're happy we scored 2 goals early in the first half. We've created some good opportunities, and then again, we've created some good opportunities in the second half, and you got to find different ways to win as a team, and that's important. And there's certain moments in the season, if you look at our history, where we'll do something a little bit different, and that only helps you in the long run. Because today, the most important thing for us was 3 points, so to make sure we stay on pace with the top of the table. So again, that was important for us, and mission accomplished. 3 goals, 3 points, shutout in the goal. So we're happy.
In football, the most important thing is to win the game at the end of the game. So we care less about we having the ball, not having the ball. But mostly we have the ball. But at the end of the day, we had the 3 points, and that was the most important thing for us. It's always nice to score a goal, but if the team that doesn't win, it doesn't count. So for me, I'm very happy for us to win the game, most importantly, and also having a goal. So 3 points is more important. So I'm very, very happy for the win for the team. That's more important.
Well, it sounds like Nana was happy with his individual performance, but maybe more so with the win overall. Now I'll share my conversation with Malik after his treatment. I started by asking him how he felt the team had to adjust, with Halifax actually maintaining most of the possession during this game and having 10 more shots taken than Forge.
We got 3 points. We got a win. So from a result standpoint, there's not really much else you can ask for. We get 3 points and we get closer to the top of the table. I think we're a team that likes to keep possession and normally dictate things in the game in that essence. So it was a bit different being in a low block and kind of absorbing pressure, but sometimes that's what you have to do to get the win. And that's what we went into the game thinking about most importantly was we need to get 3 points from this game at home. It's a must. So when we're able to execute that, no matter how we choose to execute it, it's always positive.
You were slotted into the left back position again with Daniel Farah's absence. How comfortable are you there now, and do you prefer it over the center, or what's your experience been like there?
I don't mind the left back position in this system because most of the time I'm playing left centre back again anyway. Like I roll inside, but like left back I don't like running up and down like that. Like how Danny does it, I don't know. But for me, yeah, just going up and down, it's tough. Everyone knows that obviously the type of player I am, I like to exert my energy on the defensive end. So there's times where you're exerting energy on the attacking end, not really getting the outcome you want or not even getting the ball at all. And then having to come back and do that, sometimes it's tough. Obviously, yesterday I had to do it and I feel like it was fun. I had success from it. And we also won, so I can't complain. But yeah, if I had to pick between centre-back and left-back, I'm definitely a centre-back guy.
Okay, so you're the opposite of Danny in that respect then.
Yeah.
Now, anyone who watched Max Access knows how close you and Kwasi Poku are. So I wanted to get your perspective on this because obviously you're watching your best friend thrive right now. So what do you think it is about him and maybe even Kwasi's personality that allows him to be so composed and clinical in front of goal?
I'm sure he would be the first to tell you that it's all God. What he's doing right now, he's showing off his God-given talents and making the most of it. But I'd also say, like, he's just someone that is prepared. Like, he's a very talented player, very hard-working guy, does all the right things, and it's just about time that, like, he's finally making sure everyone's aware of that now.
Okay, one more other player I want to spotlight. Jass was in net yesterday instead of Chris, and he recorded another clean sheet. That was his third on the season. So as a defender, obviously you have two very good goalkeeping options, but with Jass in particular, what do you think is to like about his presence in net and maybe skill set?
It's actually tough. Like, I don't know, I just feel comfortable with either or. I like that I have a good relationship with both of them. So playing with either or is always easy. But yeah, I feel like Jass did well yesterday, made some big saves when he needed to. But I feel like the thing that helps him the most is his communication. He's very vocal, he's very demanding, and he has a good presence. So he's always making sure he's aware, everyone's aware that he's there, and I guess it keeps everyone focused too. Just from a communication standpoint, if he's always talking, even if he's telling you the sky is red, like, as long as he's always talking behind you, it always keeps you focused and locked in. So I think, yeah, that's the biggest thing for him, I'd say. And I think everyone else can attest to that too.
Yeah. So with this win, you move 4 points away from the top of the table. How confident do you feel the team is in closing that gap and potentially taking the lead in the standings?
I'd say the team's neutral. We know what we have to do. We know what we want to do. And we know how to do it. So, yeah, we just go out and execute. That's the best way to put it. Yeah, we all have our goals as a team that we want to achieve, and I'm sure the coach has his goals as well. And I think that a lot of them are in reach this year. Yeah, we know that we could do more and get more wins on the board. So, yeah, now it's just going into the next few games, this next month actually, and just win every game we can. We got TFC in the Can Champ, that's a big one, but we got to focus on the next one with Valor first, take care of business there, and then on to Ottawa, take care of business again there, and then we see what happens.
All right, that will conclude today's episode. Tomorrow you can expect more from Coach Bobby during another episode of Behind the Beard, then more player insight as well throughout the week as they return to Tim Hortons Field for training tomorrow. So thank you so much for listening or watching, and I'll be back to check in tomorrow with Coach Bobby.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.
You just said that you're going to watch Harry Potter for the remainder of the day. Was that what a typical day off looks like for you, or can you run us through that?
Honestly, I still don't know what I'm going to do, but I know that at some point I'm going to watch Harry Potter. So that's definitely getting done today. What else is there to do? Honestly, I'm in the mood for a little bit of a bowling, So, yeah, maybe it'll be a bowling / Harry Potter type of day.